Hi, I'm Ralph Demetrius. I'm one of the astrologers here at Planetary Calendar. And I want to tell you about our new product. It's called the Forecast Plus. It grew out of the day planner. Last year in 2020, we introduced the day planner for the first time, and it was very popular. We also created a digital version at the time, but it wasn't that effective, and because it included all of the week at a glance pages, which you really can't use in a digital format. So this year we've created a version which we call the Forecast Plus, which is the day planner without those pages. So it goes from a book of about 220 pages down to 114 pages. But it has all of the additional features of the day planner which are not in the calendar. So it's got some wonderful benefits. Also, this is an interactive PDF, which means you can navigate around it very easily. And that's where I think it's great, because it makes the information very accessible. Now, when you open it up, it opens up to the contents page. And these are spreads. You're going to look at this landscape style. We do it that way because otherwise the calendar, when we get to the day boxes, the 30 days, wouldn't look right. You'd have to cram them onto one page, and you wouldn't be able to see them properly. We want you to be able to see them as easily as possible. Also, when you get to the ephemeris, because now remember we have a new ephemeris for the years, for the entire year, at the back of the calendar, you wouldn't be able to see that as easily. So we figured the advantage of seeing those makes having a little more difficult reading the chapters worth it. Besides, the chapters are relatively short and they're still very readable. Now, when you go to the contents page, you're going to see numbers next to all the titles. Those numbers are the links. And when you get down to the months themselves, you'll see that there's a link for the January forecast, another link for the month, and another link for the ephemeris. So when you navigate, you can navigate to the exact page. When you want to go to any of the guides, there's of course a link for each one of those. And also, once you go to the pages, there's links on the pages. Now, something you want to know, especially if you're using it on a reader, is see the little blue arrow on the side of the page? That is your navigation arrow. It turns the page for you. Now, when you go to the page, if you notice at the center of the top, there's a home button. You click on that, it brings you back to the contents page. When you go to the forecast page, there's the home button on the top, there's your two blue arrows, left and right, and on the bottom is a link, the online videos forecast, and that will bring you to the website to see Lonnie and myself talking about that particular forecast. Now, when you go to the how-to pages, the guides, on there's also links at the bottom of the pages, but that goes to the how-to section on the website, the various videos there. Now, when you're back at the forecasts, okay, and you're paging through, on the next page over is the second forecast, and that's new this year. That's the Astro Health Notes. And that's based once again upon the lunations of what we see going on globally in the health world and the issues that will tend to come up that time of year. When you go to the calendar, once again you have the home at the top, but you don't have a link to videos at the bottom, but we do have in the upper right side, just underneath the text ephemeris, a link to the full ephemeris. So if you're looking at that text ephemeris, remember this year we have included the degrees of the planets on the first day of the month and any time the planet changes direction, but you want to see maybe more. So you can click on the full ephemeris link. It will bring you to the full ephemeris page. You can look at that and say, oh, well, this is what's going on in detail. In the upper right-hand corner there, you have a button that says return to the calendar, and it will bring you back to that same page. So you don't have to go all the way back to the contents and then back out again. Throughout the calendar, anytime you see a link on a page, that's a live link. It may not have the blue line under it, but anytime there is a web page listed in any of the documents, that's live, and you can use it that way. At the very, very back, of course, are the catalog and the ordering page, and we think that you will want this calendar for more than 1 year. That's the wonderful thing about calendars, is once you get used to them, you like them. You know how they work, and we hope that you like the new tools that we've built into this new version of the calendar. Now, one little note you should know is that we also created a paper version of this. We have a print book version of this too, and we probably are not going to do that for 2022. What happened was, when I was designing this, I realized, geez, now that I've created the digital version, creating a print one would be really easy. I just had to design a cover and take all these links out, and so that's what I did. But it doesn't have the functionality of the digital, and that navigation, that ability to get quickly to the information that you need when you want it, that's a hallmark of the planetary calendar, having good information easily accessible. So we hope you enjoy the new product, and we hope that 2021 is a fantastic year for you.